Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Colonel.
I'd just like to thank some people. I'd like to thank Chief for those kind words. I'd like to thank the band. I'd like to thank Robbie and Gus. I'd like to thank my parents who are here today. And I'd like to thank Admiral Degerberg, who came all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, just to hear me talk. So 2 nights ago, I was on Wabi-Noden. That is a trip for the youngest boys here at camp. And late at night, I was sleeping in my tent, and there were all these mosquitoes keeping me awake. And I was annoyed at first, but then I had to laugh, because to the mosquitoes, that is the highlight of their life, getting to suck my blood. But for me, it's just another Friday night. And this moment reminded me that sometimes you just have to laugh. You've all probably laughed at some point in your lives. I know I have. And with all the seriousness in our lives these days, it is important to keep laughter in our hearts. And I think that Agawam is a perfect place for us to cultivate this laughter. You know, we like to have fun here, and it's important to laugh. So today, I'm going to share a few stories about laughter here at Camp Agawam. The first, I told this story last year, and I'm probably going to tell it again, but I was an 11-year-old camper at Camp Agawam, and it was Council Fire, and I was in a talk vest with J.P. Webble, and I talked about Chuck Norris, and that's kind of what I was known for my 5 years at camp, that talk vest. But I was very nervous, just like I am right now, but I'm not showing that. I was very nervous to do this talk fest, and it wasn't until I cracked my first joke and I heard all the laughter from the council that I was put at ease. And I think it's important that laughter is what calmed me down. I think we should all remember that sometimes we just need to laugh. Second story, when I was 15 years old, like all the 15-year-olds this year, I went on the Acadia National Park trip, and we had to rock climb. And I've inherited a few things from my mother, my good looks, but also my fear of heights. Very afraid. So as I was about to descend off this cliff over the ocean, I was very scared. But it wasn't until the instructor cracked a joke that I said, you know what? If I die, I die, but I'm having a good time. It's important to laugh. My third story, this is a little more serious. In 2014, I was on my first year as a staff member, and unfortunately I got a phone call that my grandfather had passed away. And I had to leave camp for a little bit, and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to finish the summer strong. But it was my cabin of Cargill 14, some of them are here today, Dodger, Gus, Gabe, Riley, Jack. They were a very goofy cabin. And their laughter really brought me out of the dark spot in my life. And I think it's important to remember that laughter, wherever it may be, you can be helping someone's life. You don't know what is going on, but to laugh, you might change someone's whole perspective. So I'd like all of you to remember, it's important to have fun, seek the joy, be serious when you should be serious, but also laugh the rest of the time. And I'd like to urge all of you to go forth, seek the joy, and remember to laugh. Thank you.